Hi, welcome to another edition of the Global Economic Outlook. My name is Philip, and as usual, I'll be taking you through the major events in the global economic landscape. Today, we'll be looking at a major story, um, which is that the Central Bank of Nigeria has introduced the Naira for Dollar scheme, which we see them pay 5 Naira for every dollar received into the country via Diaspora Remittance. Um, this is interesting. We've heard of several other organizations doing giveaway. It's normal to see that on Jumia. It's normal to see that on Konga, and even the telcos and probably the FMCGs have used promotions to get customers buying. But for CBN to adopt such a policy, it's actually rare, but it's actually what is happening. So in the circular on the 5th of March, the CBN introduced the Naira for Dollar scheme, and it's targeted at recipients of diaspora remittances through approved international money transfer operators. Um, you recall that sometime last year, the central bank also introduced a policy which we see the international money transfer operators pay beneficiaries in foreign currency. All is in an effort to boost the foreign currency supply in Nigeria. And this is another way the central bank believes this can be done. So why would CBN target diaspora remittances? So here we look at why diaspora remittance has been such a big deal, even to the CBN. The fact that diaspora remittance has contributed a lot actually to Nigeria's economy. There are a lot of Nigerians in diaspora. The official figure from the United Nations puts it at 1.24 million, but that's actually not. The number is certainly higher. The chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri, actually put this figure at about 15 million. That's at around 2017. But when you look at the world's top remittance recipients, those who receive the highest level of diaspora remittance, Nigeria is actually in the top 10. And in 2018, Nigeria had about $24.3 billion in diaspora remittance. This is huge. In fact, a report by the price PwC says that diaspora remittances accounted for up to 6.1% of Nigeria's GDP. In fact, in the same year, which is 2018, they believe that it was about 83% of Nigeria's budget. And to put it in perspective, diaspora remittance was 11 times higher than foreign direct investments. We always talk about foreign direct investment being a major factor, being a major way by which the country can attract foreign inflows. But diaspora remittance is actually way higher. Was actually way higher than what was received through foreign direct investments in 2018, 11 times higher. And when you compare it to the foreign aid Nigeria received in 2017, is more than 7 times higher. Which makes a lot of sense for the central bank to target this audience. Also, for foreign direct investments or any other thing, you need a justification. For instance, there will be the country will be secure from political risk, or that you operate a floating exchange rate system. Of course, it must make business sense to anyone who wants to bring in funds via foreign direct investment. But it's different when it comes to diaspora remittance, because those who are bringing in the funds have loved ones in the country, and do not care about what is going on. They just want to get friends and relations, get them going, So the motivation is different. So by targeting them, it actually makes a lot of sense, because it means that they can contribute a lot into Nigeria's economy. So if you have friends or relations abroad, you can start calling them to send you some dollars, because in clear terms, if you receive $1,000, the CBN will pay you 5,000 naira. If you receive $100,000, the CBN will pay you 500,000 naira, and that doesn't affect even the full value of what you have received, which is impressive. So let's see how that goes, but it should be good enough to boost the foreign currency supply in Nigeria. So that's it for the main story. The other thing we talk about this week is about oil price, and that's risen above $70 after the attack on the Saudi oil facility. Of course, 2021 has seen a tremendous increase in the prices of oil. OPEC has been able to maintain production quota for a while. The improvements in vaccination of coronavirus, the coronavirus pandemic, has also been a major boost because demand is actually higher now as nations emerge from lockdown. Although this year also, extreme weather conditions in Texas, which affected production, and now the attack on the Saudi oil facility, have been the boost, taking the oil price above $70. So we also talk about Volvo planning to go fully electric by 2030. All the companies, all the car makers, are just doing this line because it seems electric vehicles is actually the future. And the last story we cover is about the United Kingdom and Ghana signing a trade agreement worth about £1.2 billion. This agreement will see them remove tariff on some key products. So for Ghana, the products that will enjoy this tariff-free export to the UK include banana, cocoa, and tin tuna. But for the UK, the products include machinery, electronics, and chemical products. There's no need to argue too much about this. The UK will be the bigger beneficiary of this deal, because if you are exporting basic products like Ghana is doing, and the United Kingdom is exporting major products like machineries and electronics, it is clear to see that they will be the biggest beneficiary. So that's it actually for this week. The last thing is just the top tourist destinations in Africa, where we look at some major places like Cape Town, Victoria Falls, the Masai Mara National Reserve, and all the major places in Africa. So that's it on the global economic outlook for this week. You can subscribe to the channel to get a regular update, and then we'll be back next week with more on the global